It's been a pretty big week of content in MUT 26, so lock in. We got a long episode of the Wallet Warrior series. We're going to make a ton of different upgrades, add a lot of new players to the team. Let's jump on into it. Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 26 Ultimate Team video. We have episode number 24 of the Wallet Warrior series. If you're new here, number one, there's going to be a link down below in the comments section, or sorry, the description of this video that'll bring you to the playlist for the entire series. Basically, this series is you watching me build my main MUT squad from day one all the way throughout the year, building the best possible team. We're going to give you a full lineup update because there's a lot of changes going on. I want to start with a bunch of screenshots from things that took place from last Friday all the way up until today. It's been a week since we dropped the last episode. My apologies for that. This is definitely going to be about a 20-minute video, if not longer. We got some gameplay highlights, pack openings, you name it, it's in this episode. So let's go through some transactions. This is from last Friday, and it's safe to say I caught an L here. So these are 3 cards that I sold, players that got replaced on the squad. Foyesade Oluwakin, Tyler Warren, 200K, 260. On Monday, this past Monday, these cards shot up in price because it was the end of the collector series for Season 2. And of course, you have that Mythic Champion set that gets you a 90 overall player if you have all of the cards from Season 2 collector series. So because of that set, Tyler Warren went up to like 400K, Oluwakin went up as well. So we definitely missed out on a lot of coins. We also sold Luke Kuechly because of Ryan Shazier from the Most Feared promo. He got replaced by a free card there. But I think for Season 3, and we'll get our first drop of Collector Series content this upcoming Monday, I think I'm going to make it a goal to actually try to collect all of the Collector Series cards for the entire season, and we'll see at the end of Season 3 if it happens to pay off. Speaking of Collector Series, on Monday, we got a really good card in Tariq Woolen, so I went through the auction house. Instead of using Spotlight tokens, I decided to buy 587 overall Collector Series cards. You can see the total here on what I spent, and I definitely think we caught a good deal because at the time, the Woolen card was going for about 700,000 coins. As I look on MUT.gg right now, he's going for about 710K, and if you add up what we paid for these 587s, to get this Tariq Woolen set done here, it cost me 626,000 coins. So we definitely made a nice buy there. And if you meticulously go through and purchase cards on the auction house and don't settle for the prices that are available at that moment, and see if you can find some cards a little bit cheaper than the average value, you can build out a set and get a card like this. And this Tariq Woolen, to me, and you're going to see him in some of the gameplay highlights coming up, is probably the very best cornerback in the game right now. Also, on Wednesday, Season 3 went live, and I was lucky enough to be one of the people that got 3 welcome packs. There was kind of a glitch that happened. If you were on the game at the time that Season 3 went live, you got multiple welcome packs. So the 3 choices that I took were Kyle Juszczyk, Creed Humphrey, and Will Anderson Jr., and with those welcome packs, you got an 86 overall upgrade token. So I was able to upgrade them up 1 level right away with those upgrade tokens. And because I carried over 5,860 Season 2 tickets over to Season 3, I went ahead and purchased the upgrade tokens for Creed Humphrey and Will Anderson Jr. Again, you're going to see a full lineup update at the end of the video so you can see everybody put together on the team. But those were a bunch of the transactions I made this week so far. And as far as changes go, it doesn't stop there. Also on Wednesday, we got a brand new Team of the Week content drop, and one of the cards that was a Team of the Week champion, 90 overall Devontae Smith, I did decide to go ahead, unlike we did with Tariq Woolen, I did go ahead and spend 25 Spotlight tokens that I had on the 88 to 90 overall Team of the Week champion set. And of course, we went ahead and scooped up Devontae Smith on the roster. He's going to replace Deshaun Jackson, who's still on the team. He just got demoted to wide receiver number 4. And he's not going to be the only free Eagle player that we add to the squad in this episode. So earlier this morning on Twitch and on YouTube, I put out a video going over a new method that I've been using to basically turn pack trash into training and then turn that training into candy currency. I should retract what I said. This is actually Thursday because I'm recording this Thursday night, but you're going to see it on Friday. Regardless, we had a bunch of packs to open up, from solo seasons, from Most Feared solos and Field Pass awards, just a bunch of cards. We opened all of those up, sent them over the binder as we typically do, and if if you watch this series, you know, this is nothing new, but we usually quick sell the cards, and we're going to do that again. And for the last couple episodes, I've been actually just kind of stacking the training, hanging on to it. And normally, I would use the training to go through and open up weekly Spotlight token packs, where we get 3, you know, 80 plus, 81 plus, and now 82 plus cards from the various weekly Spotlight programs. Instead, I decided to take all of the training that I had previously, plus all of the training that we got from the pack trash that we opened up on Thursday morning, and head on over to the 82 plus Most Feared reroll set and open that up a bunch of times. I think I had enough training to open it up probably 20, 25 times, if not even more. And throughout opening up these packs, and I'm just showing you some of the highlights from the Twitch stream when I did this, I ended up pulling a grand total of 387 overalls out of those rolls. No champion level cards, unfortunately, and I'm probably going to continue to use this same method. So make sure you go check out my video for a deeper dive on that one if you want to see the entire process that took place doing this. But after opening up all those reroll packs, we had a bunch of Most Feared cards to quick sell for candy, and that's what I did. I quick sold all of them with the exception of the 387 overalls that we pulled. I wanted to hang on to those in case I needed them to build a Most Feared champion set, but going through that entire process plus the candy currency that we already had in our possession from playing the CPU event and the head-to-head event, you can now see that we're at a grand total of 66,834. Now, I do actually have an additional quick sell card here in my binder that I earned from the head-to-head event where I got 6,300 candy to add to that. And again, I don't think we're going to stop there because I do want to open up some of the packs in the store that came out from part 2 of the Most Feared promo. But before we do that, I just mentioned the head-to-head event. We played a lot of it. Now, in the early stages of it, and because part 2 is live, we have now had our process reset all the way to the beginning. The first stage is not incredibly rewarding, but as you climb the ranks, and if you can make it into the inner keep in the throne room, you can make a lot. Like that 6.3k quick sell I got from getting 3 wins at the highest level. Unfortunately, that means I got up to the final game, and if I would have won that game, I would have got a token that could get me JC Horn, who last I looked was going for like 2 million coins. So we choked that game away, unfortunately, but we've been playing some pretty good Madden. And after that loss, I was actually 3 wins into the 3rd level. They didn't count my 3rd win because the event reset while I was playing. And I'm just now seeing this season recap screen. This was not here for like the first couple hours, and I'm kind of happy because that means now that we hit this finish event button, we're actually going to get a little bit more additional candy. But with all that being said, I am going to dive back into this head-to-head event and continue my quest to get that token for JC Horn, or maybe hold on to it for part 3 of the Most Feared promo, or maybe the Breakouts promo, and we likely go up to 91 overall champions. But I do want to show you guys some gameplay highlights from our experience in the head-to-head event for the first week of the Most Feared promo. Yeah, good switch stick, Mike. Is that the greatest return you guys have ever seen in your life? I think it was. I think it was. Moss is fasted. God damn. The fact that he just threw that, like, this dude's clearly a pretty good player. I can't believe he just threw that. Come on, Shaz. Come on, Shaz. Come on, Shaz. Come on, Shaz. Give me that. Good user, Mike. Don't fumble. Thank you. Randy Moss, you're a legend, dude. Just another one, dude. Oh, maybe not. He bagged me. Oh, no, he didn't. Stupid. Stupid. We couldn't call this series the Wallet Warriors if we didn't spend a little money. I really haven't been going crazy this year. $25 pack offers here and there. I haven't touched a $100 bundle, but without a doubt, I say it in my videos all the time, one of the best value buys that you can make is the premium field pass for the Most Feared promo, and of course the season passes. I didn't buy the premium pass just yet because I wanted to save it for a video, so let's go ahead and drop $15 on the premium field pass. We're going to get all of our rewards retroactively granted to us. I'm not going to open up all of these packs, but there are probably 2 packs that I do want to open up in this episode right now. Everything else is probably going to end up getting quick sold for training, and we're going to do that same method where we turn that into candy currency. But one of the main draws here is going to be this either 87 plus or 90 overall B&D player pack. Let's hope for the 90 overall, and let's hope for a Most Feared card that I can put on the roster. Just give me Quinyon Mitchell. We got a 90 overall, so we've already started off on a good foot. If I can get Quinyon here, give me the Most Feared animation. I'll even take Lamar Jackson, another player that I'd love to add to the team. Who are we going to get? We get Randy Moss. That is an incredibly huge, gigantic W because I already have him on the team, and this now means that I can go ahead and sell that card, get a bunch of coin back, and use the B&D one until it's all done with. But I feel like this card's going to be very viable for a long time, and I am still contemplating making the switch from a Packers-Eagles team to Eagles-Raiders, and if I do that, then he'll have a little bit more longevity. But regardless, you can see I got my value right there in the $15. I'm also going to go ahead and open up these platinum packs as I do at the end of every season, or I should say the beginning of a new season. I like to stash all of the quick sells that I get for a given season and just let them sit in my binder. I kind of treat them as like a MUT savings account. We got a bunch of those to get rid of. All of them that we earned from Season 2. We'll add these into the mix because we got these from Season 3, but we're going to quick sell them today. The Michael Dixon and 83 overall Platinum card is a W. I'll go through the rest of these packs and take care of them at some point. I know I got that rare strategy item that I need to open up as well. But first, let's spend a little bit more money. Now, as far as pack offers go when it comes to Most Feared, I do like this Platinum Fantasy Pack because you're going to get some coins out of it, but you also get a fairly decent chance at pulling a 90 overall, 28%. It's not the largest odds in the world, but considering it's a platinum pack, these don't usually give you a great opportunity at pulling a champion level card, and now we could potentially do that along with the fact that we are going to get some platinum cards here. Looks like it's just 2 cards and we get to pick the best one. Give me an 83 or an 84. I'd be pretty happy with that. We got neither of that. We got an 81. And whatever we get out of this pack, if it's not a card that's going to go on the roster with the 2 Most Feared packs, those cards are going to likely get quick sold for candy currency. My bad. Didn't realize I get another platinum card. We still get another 81 there, but it all adds up. And I think for $25, this pack, like I said, has pretty good value. Let's go with the 84 plus pack here. These are non-B&D. If we get an 87, that's a set piece potentially to another champion level card. Didn't get that there, so we got the bare minimum. Let's hope that we get that 28% chance, whatever it was. I think that was 28%. Let's just see a champion animation here on one of the 2 cards in this pack. If not, we're guaranteed an 87, so that's not a bad thing. And we are going to get a champion. Give me Lamar Jackson. Give me Quinyon Mitchell. We got Garrett Wilson instead. So he goes for a good amount of coins. I don't think I really need this card. I'm pretty set at the wide receiver position, but I definitely feel like I just got my $25 worth on that pack. We got some coin out of it from the quick sells, and now we get to make even more coins selling this card. By the way, that pack does have a limit of 2, so I could open it up again, but I'm not gonna. The other pack that I am gonna open up before we get out of here is this Most Feared B&D Fantasy Pack. This has treated a lot of people good. I should probably just drop the 100,000 coins on it, but $5, we'll go ahead and spend that. We are running low on our points here, so let's go through this pack and see what we get. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, last week when we opened this thing up, we got an 80, or I'm sorry, not an 87, a 90 overall Sam Laporta as a B&D. Are we going to get another champion this time around? It does not look like it. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a 3-round pack here. So first 2 rounds, 84s. Can we get the champion animation in the 3rd round? We cannot. We got 3 84s. I opened this up on my No Money Spent account last week as well and got stuck with 3 84s. Not entirely mad at it. I think it's worth the risk here. A lot of people have had success, but we have a lot of cards that are going to add to the 69,000 candy currency we currently have that we got a quick sell. So now it's time to cash out on a lot of these assets. I think we got like 3 different things to do. Number 1, we're going to quick sell all of the cards that quick sell for candy currency, of course, with the exception of the Garrett Wilson. I do not want to get rid of that card with the candy side of it. I'm going to go ahead and take the coins there. I still have these 387s. I know Javon Curse is coming. I might hang on to those for that card, potentially. And of course, the Randy Moss that got replaced with the B&D Randy Moss that we just pulled, we're going to sell that one for coin as well. So all of those B&D cards plus that 6.3K collectible that we earned from the head-to-head event is going to bring on another 11,000, pushing our grand total now up to 80,000 candy. We're going to spend the majority of that in the candy store on 2 big upgrades. I've already mentioned the players a handful of times that I want to go ahead and pick up today. But before we do that, it's time to cash out our platinum cards. What I like to do here is just select the first 100. I've done this a few times, but not actually quick sold the cards. And I think the grand total was somewhere around like 1.8 million coins. I did roll a bunch of my strategy items like the commons, basically the silvers into greens and the greens into blues. These are kind of bugged right now and you can't put them in your lineup. You can actually sell them. I'm going to hang on to these for right now instead of quick selling them, just in case they end up having value whenever EA decides to fix them. But we have tons of platinum cards. We have some upgrade tokens from older promos. EA has done a really good job so far this year giving those quick sell values pretty quick rather than sticking them in our binder for like months and months and months here. And we're going to get rid of these solo season tokens. I don't ever see a world, especially on my my main account, where I'm going to sit down and actually play solo seasons. But again, if you don't mind it here, and I shouldn't call it solo seasons, it's solo champs. If you want to play through solo champs and earn the reward packs by playing that game mode, that is more stuff that you can go ahead and quick sell for training and turn that training into candy currency. So the top 100 items sorted by highest quick sell value nets us, as I expected, about 1.8 million. We are now over 10 million coins, but we're going to continue to go up over that because we still have Randy Moss to sell, Garrett Wilson to sell. I did add Jason Taylor over the weekend, but I don't need him anymore because of Will Anderson Jr., so I'm going to sell that card. And I have a handful of older players like Von Miller, Deron Payne, Cornelius Bennett, all of these players, Kool-Aid McKinstry. So I'm going to go through and list all of these players on the auction house. They might not sell right away, but that's going to be more coin added to what we have. So for the most part, here's everything that we are selling that hasn't sold yet, and the 2 cards that sold pretty quickly before I could even get to this screen are Jason Taylor, and I believe Garrett Williams sold as well. The Garrett Williams actually might pop up. There it is right there. We sold him for 500K. After tax, got 450K back, and the Jason Taylor we sold for about 335,000 coins. So with those 2 cards alone selling already, we're at basically 11 million, and that's before Randy Moss. We might be pretty close to 12 million coins, and we're still making upgrades on the team, and our coins are only going up. So now it's time to go ahead and spend some candy, and this is what I'm going to do. We have enough to open both the B&D and non-B&D packs for Most Feared Champions. With the B&D pack, we're going to go ahead and select Quinyon Mitchell. The reason I'm doing this is because he meets my theme team. He's an Eagle. He's going to be on the squad, hopefully, for a very long time. Hopefully, he doesn't play too bad for me. And between Most Feared Chemistry, the Most Feared Strategy item, and the Eagles theme team, I'm hoping to get him up to 92 speed. I don't know if we'll have a full Most Feared theme team by the end of this episode, but we got to be getting pretty close. I might have to add some of the lower overall cards from the promo, but we're going to select him with our B&D choice. And as I've mentioned a few times throughout this video, I also really wanted Lamar Jackson. Now, could I just go out and buy him? Potentially so. Obviously, we have a lot of coin to do that, but I'm going to select Lamar Jackson with the non-B&D choice because I want to go ahead and use him, but going the non-B&D route with him allows me to sell him when I'm done with him if I'm not going to use him for a long period of time. We'll see exactly how he goes. We could get him up to 92 speed, hopefully, with the Most Feared Strategy item and the Most Feared theme team, and that leaves us with about 5,236 candy. So we're going to get back on that quest to go through and try to earn more of that, because I would like to go ahead and upgrade this Paris Johnson Jr. and have him as our starting left tackle. He'd definitely be an upgrade at that position compared to what we have right now. I'm going to hold off on Max Crosby, at least hold off on upgrading him, but I am going to purchase his base level card as well in case I do make that move over to a Raiders-Eagles team. The only thing is, if I do get him, I'm going to be a little bit crowded at the defensive end position because we got Will Anderson Jr., we currently have Myles Garrett. If I got Max Crosby and then Javon Curse is on the way, that might be one too many players. So we're going to kind of address that later, but I do want to at least get the base level pack just so I have it. And if so, you know, the next things that we're going to start spending our candy on will be upgrade tokens for both of those players. With these two packs refreshing when part 3 comes out on Thursday the 30th, we're going to try to open up at least the BND one again, and depending on if Javon Curse comes out on that release or maybe one of the 2.5 or 3.5 releases, he's probably going to be a target for the next BND purchase that we make because he does get Eagles Chem. It also looks like while we were spending our candy, we were making coin as 3 more cards sold. So now I think Randy Moss is still yet to sell, but we're at 11.3 million coins. Now, one additional purchase, and you guys are probably going to call me cheap for this one, that I really want to make, but I just can't pull myself to do it, is this 91 overall Brian Dawkins. And I'm really upset at myself because when this content went live for part 2, Cam Chancellor came out, same position, probably a better card, mostly because he's taller. This Dawkins was down to about 950K, and I went to buy the card and somebody beat me to it, and I thought that was a sign to not buy it because I thought he was going to get cheaper, and the exact opposites happened. He's now gone up like another 550K, sitting at 1.53 mil. Yes, I have it. I know I do, but I'm extremely cheap this early in the year, and I just can't pull myself to do it. Even though he's an Eagles legend, a Hall of Famer, I just can't pull myself to do it. So if he gets down to like the 1.2 range, I will probably go ahead and scoop him up. But for now, I'm going to stay away from this card because I still think in the long run, I can save myself some coin. Because we are working towards a most feared theme team, I would like to upgrade defensive tackle. Right now, my 2 starting DTs are Jonathan Allen and Geno Atkins, 2 free cards, but I do think Chris Jones is one of the best defensive tackles, obviously in the NFL, but also in the game. So this will be a good card to get on the field. And on top of that, we're going to get another card that gives us most feared chemistry. So we're going to spend a little bit of coin today, a little bit under 500,000 coins to add Chris Jones. And it looks like Randy Moss sold at the same time. So even after that purchase, we're still at 11.2 million coins. Time to assemble this team, assemble the Avengers, if you will, and end the episode with a lineup update so you can see everything we did in one piece. So here is your official lineup update. Let me start with chemistries because we were able to make it to a 20 Packers, 20 Eagles, and 20 most feared. And the most feared one's important because that plus the strategy item basically gives us +2 speed on all most feared cards, and any most feared players that get Eagles Chem, we get +3 speed, specifically Quinyon Mitchell. So when you take a look at the team here, quarterback Lamar Jackson is now up to 92 speed and 91 throw power. I'm really happy I was able to boost that up. All the accuracies look good. I did put Pocket Deadeye on him for 6 AP. I was able to shuffle around my offensive line. You see Creed Humphrey there, the brand new Season 3 player. Moved Rasheed Walker to backup right tackle, had to quick sell Abdul Carter's 86 overall that was on the team for a long time, still sitting in the binder, needed a little bit of training to be able to add some abilities and a secondary position to Rasheed Walker, so I could get Paris Johnson Jr. in there just for the most feared chem alone. Again, the plan is to have him starting left tackle eventually to replace Alejandro Villanueva. There is a Forrest Gregg card coming out who does get Packers chem on Saturday from the Legends program. If he's a right tackle, I'm not going to get him. If somehow they make him a left tackle, he might end up being our starting left tackle. So that's why I'm going to hold off on Paris Johnson Jr. at least until Saturday or tomorrow when we find out that on the reveals. I did mention Deshaun Jackson got demoted, but he's still on the team. Devontae Smith basically takes his place. But there is the offense. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we did finally get our MCS Tristan McCullum. So the way my defense is, I mainly play 6-1, which is 2 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, and 3 linebackers. So when I'm in 6-1, we're going to have our shapeshifter player out there on defense. defense, Ryan Shazier and Ted Hendricks as the 3 linebackers. The 2 safeties end up being McCollum and Isaiah Palamau. Even though he's an older card, this Isaiah Palamau just continues to make a lot of plays for me. And if I do go Raiders Chem in replace of the Packers, he would stay on the team a little bit longer because his speed would get boosted there. But they usually play up top, and then I'd have basically 2 different cornerbacks on the field. So for now, it's going to be Quinyon and Tariq Woolen. I would like to have Sauce out there instead of Quinyon, but I'm too much of an Eagle fan for that. And also, this Sauce card's been highly disappointing. He's actually, I don't know if I should even have him on the team still, but we were able to boost him up to 91 speed, and Quinyon is now up to 93 speed again because of the most feared boost and the Eagles boost and everything else along with it. 92 speed, 92 man, 91 zone. The press is still really low there, but we made him a lot better with that +5 zone specifically. We made him a lot better than what he looked like, as a default with base attributes. So we're going to give him a try on the outside. Sauce goes to CB3, DRC goes to CB4, and we did have Carlton Davis. Haven't fully downgraded him, but he's no longer on the team. He's no longer with us. Might throw him at CB5 and then maybe quick sell Cooper DeJean or get some coin back from him, get some currency back regardless. But that's basically how the defense is aligned. Chris Jones, Jonathan Allen, and Myles Garrett all have double or nothing. Again, when I'm in 6-1, all 4 of these guys are going to be on the field. Will Anderson doesn't get double or nothing until he goes to a 91, which we're probably about 2 weeks away from that. And that's the team. Here are the specialist screen or special team and then specialist screen. And I'm still in the same playbooks: Vikings defense, Jags offense. And that's it. Like I said, it was going to be a long episode, but we've made a lot of improvements. Our coin stack went way up. We got 669 training. I don't really see myself spending too many season tickets. I'm happy with the players I've upgraded already. We're going to try to carry over a very large portion into season 4 because that's zero chill season, and that's when the cards tend to get really good. But for now, we're going to jump back into head-to-head event, earn a bunch of free packs whenever we can, turn that into training into candy, and try to build up that count to upgrade potentially Max Crosby, Paris Johnson Jr., and maybe get Javon Kurtz for free. That's the goal until the next episode. I'll try not to make it another full week before you get this team updated, but we covered a lot of stuff in this episode. Shout out to you if you're still watching all the way through. Thank you so much. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.